AI will replace most jobs, and we are not ready for it. Self-driving cars are replacing drivers. AI models are replacing software developers. Robots are replacing factory workers. Jobs will be disappearing, and the hard part is that we cannot really predict which ones will disappear and when.
Literally, if there is one thing we are all assuming right now, or we are just feeling unbothered about, it's AI advancement. AI is rapidly advancing each and every day. But I want us to listen to what Senator Bernie Sanders said on Senate of exactly what AI is planning to do. What was the plan of AI and what AI is going to cause to our jobs. So listen to this video.
The goal of the AI leaders is not simply to replace specific jobs. Their goal is to replace workers. According to Dario Amodei, the head of Anthropic, AI, quote, isn't a substitute for specific human jobs, but rather a general labor substitute for humans, end quote. According to OpenAI's charter, listen to this, its mission, this is what OpenAI says it wants to do, is to build, quote, highly autonomous systems that outperform humans at most economically valuable work, end of quote. What happens to the workers who have lost their jobs? That's a pretty simple question. How will they be able to find new jobs if there are no new jobs to find? It's one thing to talk about telling a truck driver who loses his jobs to go into computer programming. But what happens if that computer programming job no longer exists? If AI and robotics eliminate millions of jobs and create massive unemployment, how will people survive if they have no income? How will they feed their families or pay for housing or health care? And I got to be honest and say that I am not aware that anyone in the United States Congress, which is supposed to be representing the American people, is even talking about this issue in a serious way.
Now I want you to listen to this list of jobs that are going to be taken over by AI. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. There are others that they are immediately going to be taken down, and the others that AI is going to take time as it develops to come and take over. So listen to this list carefully from their own mouth.
Will these businesses be wiped out by AI? Travel agencies?
Yes, 100%. They're gone now, practically.
Dentists?
Absolutely not. A robot is not working on my teeth.
Customer support call centers?
Yes, 100%. Wiped out. Fast food is doing this at their drive-thrus. It's only a matter of time.
Real estate agents?
Definitely not. Robots are not walking up listing a home.
Graphic designers?
Yes, 100%. Gemini, ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexia, gone.
HVAC companies?
Definitely not. Service company, next millionaire class, staying.
Data analysts?
Gone. 100%. Claude Code, Claude Cowork, gone.
Landscapers?
Staying. AI is not going to replace cutting your grass.
Like, what other jobs will be available that aren't available now because of AI?
Well, AI is really still digital. Ultimately, AI can improve the productivity of humans who build things with their hands or do things with their hands, like literally welding, electrical work, plumbing, anything that's physically moving atoms, like cooking food or farming or like anything that's physical. Those jobs will exist for a much longer time. But anything that is digital, which is like just someone at a computer doing something, AI is going to take over those jobs like lightning.
Coding, anything along those lines, yeah.
It's going to take over those jobs like lightning. Just like digital computers took over the job of people doing manual calculations, but much faster.
The first job that AI will destroy and eliminate, and I advise nobody goes into this field because this field will be wiped out, is radiology. Computer vision is superhuman A computer can recognize images, detect anomalies with superhuman capability, never gets tired, never miss a detail. As a result of that, radiology is going to be wiped out.
I just came from an AI conference out west, and holy cow, they said to me that what we're going to see in the next 6 months outstrips what we've seen in the last 10 years because the rate of change is on a hockey stick and heading up. And I got to say, I'm pretty up to date on this stuff, and it blew my mind on some of the stuff I was seeing.
In terms of what? What did you see?
Well, there was one company that is selling autonomous coding for enterprises to big businesses, and their revenue is up 100-fold in the last 12 months. So if that continues, it's going to eat a lot of the tech budgets from major corporates that used to go to humans. And so you're seeing the employment of recent computer science graduates fall off a cliff from a lot of programs. If you rewind, 4 years ago, what would we tell young people for a secure career, learn to code? And now the opposite of that is true.
So where are you on jobs long term?
Look, Dario Amodei, the CEO of Anthropic, laid it out very clearly, and he's been doing so repeatedly, saying we're going to automate away up to 50% of entry-level white-collar jobs in the next several years, and I believe him. The easiest people to fire are the people you haven't hired yet, which again is why you see the hiring of recent college graduates heading down, and the underemployment rate over 50%. The unemployment rate among college graduates is now the same or higher than non-college graduates for the first time in history.
I know now the question on the table is, so what do we do? What's next? Now, since my work is going to be taken by AI, so what will I do? Should I go back to school? Should I now sit and wait for AI to take my job? What next? Because at the end of the day, we still have to pay our own bills. We still have to look for alternatives to work when AI takes our jobs. So there is some of the advices that some people have come to say that maybe in one way or the other, if maybe take it in, go and practice it in preparation of AI, then the better. So listen to this video.
If artificial intelligence takes your job in the next 5 years, you did this to yourself. The World Economic Forum revealed that 41% of companies are planning on laying off employees in the next 5 years because of advancements in artificial intelligence. By 2030, self-driving cars become prevalent. Taxi drivers are out of business. By 2032, robots do surgery with such precision, with no hands shaking in the operating room, with no human error, that surgeons are out of business. By 2033, Grok or ChatGPT writes a brief better than any lawyer from the most prominent law schools in the country. The possibilities are endless. What electricity did to kerosene lamps, what the railroad did to horse and buggies, what the car did to the railroad, what the internet did to the bookstores, and what the iPhone did to the BlackBerry. AI is coming for your job. So kids, teenagers, before going into a profession, start thinking, is that profession going to be around in 10 years? And be careful before committing and taking on those loans to take a job that may not exist in 10 years.
Europe needs to prepare for these big changes, and the way to do it is to fundamentally transform education. Our current education systems were created long ago mainly to turn children into obedient factory workers, but now times are changing. Soon factories will not need human workers anymore. Even though we refuse to acknowledge it, today children mostly learn online by themselves. Perhaps the solution on how to fix education is to listen to them carefully and embrace their ways. Let me finish with one quote from Isaac Asimov. Self-education is the only kind of education there is.
What would you say to those people? What should they be doing with their lives? Should they be retraining in something, or what time frame?
So that's the paradigm shift here. Before, we always said this job is going to be automated, retrained to do this other job. But if I'm telling you that all jobs will be automated, then there is no plan B. You cannot retrain.
Wow.
Look at computer science. 2 years ago, we told people, learn to code. You are an artist, you cannot make money, learn to code. Then we realized, oh, AI kind of knows how to code and getting better. Become a prompt engineer. You can engineer prompts for AI. It's going to be a great job. Get a 4-year degree in it. But then we're like, AI is way better at designing prompts for our AIs than any human. So that's gone. So I can't really tell you right now. The hardest thing is design AI agents for practical applications. I guarantee you in a year or two, it's going to be gone just as well. So I don't think there is this occupation needs to learn to do this instead. I think it's more like we as a humanity, then we all lose our jobs. What do we do? What do we do financially? Who's paying for us? And what do we do in terms of meaning? What do I do with my extra 60, 80 hours a week?
You've thought around this corner, haven't you?
A little bit.
What is around that corner, in your view?
So the economic part seems easy. If you create a lot of free labor, you have a lot of free wealth, abundance, things which are right now not very affordable become dirt cheap, and so you can provide for everyone basic needs.
Yeah, with that much said, I think it's on our own basis, it's our own task to now sit down, contemplate on what to do, what we are going to do right, what we think we are doing wrong, where we are going to advance, where we are going to do some correction on our, if we are going to change organization. If you think you still have time to go back to school and study something that is not in the previous list of AI taking down, then you can do it. If you don't have time, or you still believe AI won't take the current work that you are in, then well and good, but it's now time to sit down, get out of comfort zone, look for what to do a lot of research, get into AI, check what AI is doing. Can you do better than it? Can you do something? Do you feel like if you do a certain thing or take a certain course or go back to school and do something, AI maybe will, for AI to accomplish a certain task, you must be needed as a human. So I want to hear on your comment section, on my comment section, if anyone maybe who has been replaced by AI, what were the effects, how did it go, and what is your plan going forward? So if you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Baron Flizzo. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and always subscribe to my YouTube channel. So see you on the next post.